Hey guys, if I was traveling tomorrow with the Insta360 X5, these are the things I would do differently because some of these mistakes cost me shots that I just can't get back. It's not like you can just magically transport yourself back to your trip and do the shot again. So I'm going to tell you what I would do differently so that you don't make the same mistakes. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Jordan Hetrick. I'm the best-selling author of books about how to use the X5, and I've also got this YouTube channel where I give you guys lots of helpful tips. The Insta360 X5 is one of my favorite cameras to travel with because it's so versatile. I've taken it all over the world with me, so let me share some of my X5 travel tips that you don't want to miss. The first thing I would do is just pack my mounts as if they're as important as the camera itself. Because in a lot of these countries, you're not going to be able to buy your Insta360 accessories or any way to mount your camera. So next trip, I'll definitely think about exactly what shots I'm looking for on this trip. Think about what pole you want, if you need accessories for filming in the water or mounting to a vehicle. Just want to make sure you pack all those before you go. The second thing I would definitely do is check with the airline and see what their restrictions are for invisible selfie sticks. If you're just traveling with carry-on bags, some of the airlines like Ryanair in Europe, for example, won't allow invisible selfie sticks in your backpack. So you want to make sure you pack those in a check-in bag and don't get to that security line and all of a sudden be scrambling, trying not to miss your flight and trying to get this pole into a checked-in bag, because that happened to me. I'm not going to do it again. The third thing that I will always do before I go on a trip is make sure I have a spare replacement lens for my X5. If that lens gets scratched, sand can scratch it, you can drop it. You never know what's going to happen. If you have a replacement lens, it's super easy. You just swap it out and you can keep on filming. And most likely, wherever you're going, you're probably not going to be able to find one of these replacement lenses on hand in a store. So get one now and make sure you pack it in your bag before you go. The next thing I'm going to do differently is to set those anti-flicker settings appropriately for whatever country I'm going to. You might not want to set them before you go get on the plane in case you're filming on the way to your trip, but as soon as you land in that country, make sure that your anti-flicker settings match the country you're in. It's really easy to find out which countries use 50 or 60 Hertz lighting systems. And then when you're there, you'll just nail those night shots and get them perfect. Having those settings correctly is going to prevent flickering lights when you're filming at night. And the X5 does some great night shots using that pure video mode. So you just want to make sure that your camera is set properly to avoid ruining that footage. You don't have to think about it when you're just trying to have a good vacation. On my next trip, I'm definitely going to film more and not less. You might as well film as much as you can, capture those scenes and sights, and you can delete them later. But you can't go back and refilm those shots if you didn't film it when you were there. Sometimes I think I captured it all, but then when I go to replay the videos and start to make a little edit, I realize, man, I didn't get that shot I wanted. I should have just filmed it when I was there because there's no really going back and doing it over. Another thing I do differently is capture that magic shot when I think of it. If I'm walking around somewhere and I see something that I think would be a great shot, it's really easy to just walk past it and continue on your trip. Take a second, stop, and film that shot, because that's going to add to your whole memories, your collection of memories, and all the footage that you get. Stop, pause, get the shot, and then carry on. And then you'll have some great footage at the end of your trip. Which leads me to the next thing that I'm definitely going to do, and that's edit it as I go, even if it's just a little bit. I feel like with 360, a lot of times you're filming and you have a certain vision for what you're filming. But because you're recording that full 360 sphere, when you go back to edit it a month later, you might not remember exactly what you're trying to capture. So if you do have some of those special shots that you filmed and you're like, oh, I captured the magic, I just want to portray that and show what I was trying to film, do a little edit on that clip that night. Just go to your hotel room or wherever you're staying, make a little edit, and it's going to be one of those memories that you create that you can actually match what you were trying to film. So I think it's really important to at least get those key shots, and then you can edit the rest later. You'll have a lot to work with because you filmed a lot, based on my last tip I just told you. Also, you should subscribe to my channel, so if you're out there traveling and I come out with some new videos, you'll be the first to know about them, and it might be just the inspiration you need. Next time, I'd definitely also download footage more often. You're gonna record a lot of great footage, and you don't want it all stored on this little micro SD card in your camera. If you lose the camera, the footage is gone. But if you've downloaded it and you lose your camera, well, you're out of camera, but you're not out the memories. And the single biggest mistake that I made in my last trip that I don't want you guys to make is to accidentally delete files that you want to keep. If you're going fast, it's pretty easy to tap on the screen and accidentally select all the files instead of just a few selected files. I was just going way too fast and I accidentally selected all the files to delete, so I was slowly deleting all of my hard-earned memories. And I was like, no. So I powered the camera off and I saved a few of them, but I did lose some of my favorite memories from the trip. So that is a big no-no. Really slow down and make sure you're deleting only the files you want to delete. And the last thing that I'm definitely going to do on my next trip that I've done every time before is to make sure to have a good time. Because when you're out there traveling, you should just soak up the sights and have a good time, because that's what you're there for. If you want to look back and re-experience the trip, you've always got it right here with this trusty little camera. So I hope you guys can learn from my mistakes and make your trip that much more successful, because I want you to get some great footage out there with your camera. Of course, that's just my experience. So if you guys have learned some valuable lessons while you're out there traveling, please share them in the comments below. This could be a nice forum for everyone to just not make these mistakes before their next trip. Be sure to check out my channel for more videos about the Insta360 X5. And I've also got that super helpful book for the X5. If you're still learning how to get it and you just want to master this 360 camera, this book's got it all. Also, if you are on your way out the door about to go on some big trip, make sure you know everything that's new about the Insta360 X5 in this video I made right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a fun trip.